Welcome to the BFME 2, the Rise of the Witch King in a 1v1 replay commentary of an amazing matchup between great players. On the bottom side of the map, we have the red Dwarven player Mustafa. And his opponent at the top side of the map is the white Isengard player, the white hand, the king. So let's see if that name truly fits the player, if he's indeed the king, or if he's just the imposter. So it's going to be a furnace into the clan setting opening. He wants to get those wild men of Dunland up on the field as quickly as possible, building up the furnace number 2 right after. And his opponent building up Mineshaft numero 1, Mineshaft numero 2 into the Hall of Warriors. The strength of dwarves is their incredible durability, and also if they get the chance to deal damage, they deal damage. Is it like that? Are they going to be able to deal the damage they are looking for? The Wild Men of Dunland, on the other hand, they are cheaper, so more affordable, more spammable at the beginning of the game. But in exchange to that, they are not super great duelists, but they have the potential to hit and run, because that's the main weakness of the Dwarven units. They are incredible sloppy, so they cannot catch up to any unit. And here they move. This is the squad Saruman was trying to convince to attack Rohan. And also beautiful looking map, by the way. I like it. And we will see multiple guardians. They will be guarding those mineshaft, meaning that they can hide in there and wait for the enemy to arrive. And when enemy is coming close to a mineshaft, they can drop out like a birthday present. Scouting with the builder, there they come. And as you can see, the players are using the natural build structures, or the map, like as a protective. I don't know how to say it, but you can see the rocks on the ground. They are naturally built up in this map, so that will prevent this player to attack this mineshaft properly from behind, as you can see and tell. And one addition to the Wild Men of Dunland is they have the pillage ability, which is this one over here. So if they deal damage to your structures, they will steal resources from you, which is pretty good, especially against those tanky buildings, because the building doesn't die, meaning that Wild Men of Dunland can steal over and over again. In the meantime, the counter push. And I told you before, the Guardians, they are definitely stronger compared to the Wild Men of Dunland, not even close. One of them can at least kill 2 of the Wild Men. So at some point or other, you will need the mighty Urukai. Coming out from the pit already, it's gonna be the crossbowmen. So they are not bad in those situations, because they can deal damage from a safe distance, and also they never will get caught by the Dwarven Guardians. They can kite all day. But you will need some strong front line. He's gonna go for the crossbowman number 2. And also using the aggressive stance to maximize the damage output, trying to kill them before they can make it to the crossbowmen nor to the buildings. A good defense over here. In the meantime, mineshaft, another one. And it's going to be the archer range, and the Hall of Warriors was able to make it out alive. It's 5000 HP. It's the tankiest production building as level 1 building in the entire game, built with Dwarven style. Easy creeping over here, that's good. No heroes yet. The heroes we will potentially get to see are going to be Lurtz from Isengard and Gloin from Dwarves. Later on, when this building is level 2, you will get the chance to see the Wild Men of Dunland, not the Wild Men of Dunland, I'm sorry, Men of Dale. They are the stronger, superior archers from the Dwarven faction. But extrovers are also just fine. However, here they are getting outnumbered. It's a 2v1 situation. In the meantime, Isengard is trying to creep with the pikemen. It's super easy to creep with pikemen. You can creep almost every single layer without having to need even to pay attention. The only exception to this rule is a little bit the troll layer, but of course also the layer with the dragons, which is super tricky to be taken down. But it's not used that often in competitive maps. And Whitemen are committing. You can see the rock on the ground is super disturbing in those situations. Kinda making the life of the Whitemen of Dunland super difficult. More. The spam is real. They have also the Warg sentry over here attacking the mineshaft. They are not dealing too much damage to the structures, however. They would need a long time before they can take it down. And Uruks, Wildmen, Crossbowmen, and these are the pikemen. But crossbowmen are also coming with the Warg pack. So we have 3 different production buildings for the Isengard faction. Isengard must prevail. And I told you before, creeping is not an impossible task in this game, so you don't need to pay too much attention to this. It's way more challenging actually in the battle for Middle-earth 1. Pikes. And now we will have the Forge Wargs for the battle wagons. So remember, the battle wagons are very versatile, so you can use them as a well, as a statue, you can use them as a trampling horse. But on the other hand, they are super squishy, so if they ever get touched or look at from the pikemen, they would go down. The Berserker. When I see this, it reminds me to the BFME Reforged. Do you remember the BFME Reforged project, guys? I'm wondering what it is. Is it looking familiar to you? When you see the Berserker walking like this? Oh, big commitment, but great defense over here. Rallying Call has been used, but that's kind of unfortunate because Isengard can just disengage. And there are no offensive mineshafts beside this one over here. So you cannot teleport those units in a fast way to the opposite side of the map. Isengard player did a good job preventing his opponent from teleporting his units to the other side of the map. Dwarves. This is gonna be another creep stolen, by the way, from Isengard. He should be able to steal at least the treasures from the creep, which is more important at the beginning of the game. Not that important, not impactful in the mid to late game, but extra cash is always great. And looking for a trample into the Berserker, which seems to be immune to trample. Immune to fear and terror. But it did look like that he was not able to get trampled down. He didn't get knocked down through the battle wagon. That's what I'm talking about. Berserker is also splash damage, so you cannot really ignore him. You want to kill him before he can wipe out your entire army just like that. And he seems to be tanky too. There was a heal usage from the dwarves. And he's splitting the damage output. So he's trying to fight the army and also destroy the structure simultaneously, which is not very smart. I mean, the building is static, so it's gonna stay there forever. You wanna deal with the enemy army first before you focus down buildings. The Uruks are not paying attention. They will pay attention now. And now they are marching to the Man of Steel, but I think they took way too much damage before committing to this fight. It's gonna be a slaughter. Whiteman of Dunland available as a summon from the king. That's his username. And 5 power points collected on top of that. He never went for the war chant, which could be great in combination with the summon. So you want to summon and use war chant on the summoned unit so they deal more damage. And of course, as expected, the first hero from Isengard is going to be the legendary Lurtz. pretty much strong at any stage of the game. Should not be underestimated. The the Men of Steel might be enough to force the Isengard player to go for the Borg Riders. But the Vork Pit is still level 1. Push, push, push. So, we have in total 4 or 5 production buildings. Vork Pit level 1. Clan Seeding level 2 for the Wildman Extrovers. This one is level 1, but it's also going to be upgraded to level 2 very soon. Uruk Pit is level 2. That's the reason why we were able to see the Berserkers before. If you get it to level 3, it's going to give you the chance to go for the Uruk Deathbringers. For now, the Dwarven player is able to push him back thanks to the Hobbit summon from the spellbook. So both the summons from both the players have been used. Frodo, solo mission, nope. Denied. Sam, denied. Pippin, denied. The Hobbits were brought to Isengard. The damage output is kind of crazy. Bunch of Men of Steel, bunch of them. And when they're level 2, you can also right click on the target. I mean, you can right click to auto activate the black arrows. The bed trample, he immediately lost one of the battle wagons. And I told you before, you need to pay attention to them. And the offensive mineshaft to reinforce this army with additional army coming from the production buildings from the dwarves. The best snowballing faction in the entire game. Not even close. The extroverts are also great counter to the enemy archers, but before they can counter them, they need to get into the range to shoot. So the Men of Steel have clearly the greater range, which gives them the chance to damage their foes before they can reach out to them. The furnace is gonna go down to the Goblin Town. Forge Works producing more and more battle wagons. At some point you can get this building over here to level 3, which would give you the opportunity to research the fire arrows, which by the way would also increase your damage output not only against units but also against buildings. So your units would do some damage to the structures. Now at this point they cannot deal any damage. Dwarves are looking stronger compared to the opponent, but I like what Isengard player did over here. As you can see, he built 4 furnaces, protecting them with the Vork Sentry, making sure that he gets some sort of resources and also increasing his command points through this area, which dwarves don't have detected yet. They are not aware from this. We also see the lumber mills over here, one at the river. This one is not going to be stable. And the army of dwarves seem to be super annoying with the permanent leadership from the statue, which also will make the infantry units a bit cheaper, only for person, but it's good because you keep spamming more and more of them, and it's going to affect the guardians, the pikemen, and even the archers will be affected through this, which is pretty good. So it's level 2. Dwarves don't really need siege weapons. Lourdes has been revived from the graveyard. He's level 3, so he needs one more level for the cripple, but there is no hero to be crippled. Dwarves never went for any heroes. No Walk Riders. The Warg Pegs are no match. And the big fight is breaking out. He's trying to go back. The front line is not that many. The pikemen in the porcupine formation are able to absorb lots of damage and pressure through, but they will go down eventually. However, they are dealing great amount of damage. The Men of Steel are able to slaughter as the battle wagons are able to make it into the backline for a great trample and wipe out the whole backline from the Isengard player. As Lourdes is able to take one of them down and hit level almost 5 through this, which will unlock his leadership. In the meantime, Black Orcs coming from the inn at the bottom right side. They will be pressuring this side. They are, of course, way better and also way more powerful compared to the regular orcs. But Isengard will never give up. Never surrender. Lourdes got level 5 through this shot. And camping here is super annoying as black arrows are shining, but they are not dealing too much damage to lords. I was expecting a greater amount of damage output. And, you know, basically camping here means that you can shoot at any unit coming from the pit, coming from the clan setting, and take them out before they can even, you know, contribute to the war. The black orcs are able to destroy one of the mineshafts, which was almost about to hit level 2. And that's going to disturb the dwarven player a little bit. Lords taking some damage, but, you know, he's still fine. He can always disengage. The problem about this from the dwarves is, even though his army is looking powerful and great, but it's an army that can be ignored because the lack of damage output against buildings will make this army not to a big threat for Isengard. And Saruman, the great wizard, is up on the field. He's looking, but he's gonna get shot in the face over and over again. There comes the Viper. All you need to do is to try to get this wizard to level 2, which will unlock, of course, the fireball ability, and that's going to give you the chance to poke the enemy from a safe distance every minute. So every minute means boom, fireball, and you will get levels super easily until you unlock the speechcraft with level 4, and most importantly, the level 6 ability, the Thunderbolt, can be, you know, incredible effective against the weak armored units like the Men of the Hill. Dwarven Zealots are the fastest dwarven units in the game. They are the only ones who get the chance to catch enemy units or heroes. They have 65 movement speed, for example. Let's take a look into the Saruman. He has only 55. So in long run, if Saruman is trying to get away, as a on-foot unit, the Zealots are the only ones that are able to catch up to him. Now Isengard is going for a big and massive counter push. How much damage can this deal as the barrage is raining on their face, wiping out everything and everyone? And now the heroes are in big trouble. There comes the extra through the Zealots. And I told you before, Saruman, the greatest, cannot get away. The Zealots are way too powerful. And now Lord also might be in trouble. He's trying, leaving even his master, using the sword and running like a coward. Can he get away? It looks like he can get away, even though the Zealots are planning to catch up to him. Will he be able to catch Lords? You will see that in the next episode. No, you will see it right now, bro. I'm not gonna make it. He's gonna use Palantir for the vision, for the movement speed boost. The Zealots casting, kaboom, but not enough. The Hobbit summon. There comes the Carnage. Lurtz is like, enough running away, but he should have run away. The Zealots are no joke and wiping out everything. And the army of dwarves are definitely no joke too. They are incredible powerful. Devastation, you know, giving you the resources you need, which would of course be helpful to revive your fallen heroes like Lurtz and Saruman. Saruman unfortunately got killed before he was even able to get to level 2. But if you want to have an easier time to siege, all you need to do is to get this building to level 2. Or at some point level 3, but level 2 is enough for the catapults to be recruited. And that's going to increase your siege power drastically. 10 power points collected on top of the barrage. Cloudbreak is about to be available for the next big fight. And before Saruman gets level 5, the fear resistant won't be existing for Isengard army. So Cloudbreak is going to be potentially game changing. Being able to stun the enemy units and army for several seconds can give you the edge in those situations, but not if the wizard has a word to say. Our full attention is going to be given to Saruman. But unfortunately, he still didn't get level 2 out of this blast. That's super unfortunate. Because all he can do now is to wait for like 40 seconds before he can go for another blast, which can be only casted from melee range kind of thing. So you need to face tank the enemy for several seconds. But what are these Men of Steel doing over here? Actually, they will feed Saruman now a lot of experience for no reason. He's about to get level 2. He got level 2. That's pretty good. Warcry, finally. Now, the problem is, there is only one pikeman. So, if Saruman is going to be able to fireball this... never mind. I'm blind. There are actually 2 of them. And also, this tower has been garrisoned. It's a lone tower special summon, which has been garrisoned with the Men of Steel. So it's going to be difficult to commit to this. He's gathering a big army. Maybe the ability from the Isengard Fortress, the Wizard Tower, could be game-changing. Fireball, boom, sun. But you don't one-shot them, because they are not regular units. They are the Dwarven Zealots, which are considered as a mini-hero. Ooh. Okay, not the greatest one. Level 3 unlocked. Everybody's shooting at him though, dealing good amount of damage. Commitment. The Ballista expansion. Cloudbreak is available. 7 power points. These are more destructive powers. Lone Tower, Cloudbreak, Hobbit Summon, and the Barrage. And Isengard has more eco powers like Devastation and Industry. Saruman, basically a spellcaster, so you need to wait for the cooldowns. Keep the pressure. It's level 3 Forge Works, by the way. He also went for the Mithril Meal. As you can see, the golden armor on this Men of Steel gonna make them a bit more durable. And the full commitment. The Wild Men of Dunland special summon on top. That was the Wizard Blast, a Fireball. Cloudbreak is going to be used to insta-stun the summoned army from Isengard as the Zealots are committing onto the fortress. Remember, it has no armor on it. The Blast is going to be able to buy some time, but also the Blast is not able to kill the Dwarven Zealots. They are just way too durable, super tanky. And I told you before, not really a destructive power from Isengard to stop this push. Luckily for him, and that's the only good thing in this situation, is again the lack of damage. The Uruk Deathbringers, I would like to see the 1v1 situation against the Zealots, but that's something we will potentially never get the chance to see because there are plenty of Men of Steel who are able to shoot over and over again. And even though the Uruk Deathbringers are tanky, but just not tanky enough. Plenty of expansions. Waiting to see Saruman. I don't know what he's doing with the Men of Steel. Just feeding lots of power points and experience points. Beautiful fireball coming in from the young wizard. The Ballista expansions are doing a good job against the archers, which are not dealing any damage whatsoever to the fortress. But the Uruk Pit level 3 might go down to the pikemen with the Forge Blades. It means no more Deathbringers. It's gonna go down. Blast! That's great. Trampling coming, that's even greater. 15 power points collected, but also 15 power points collected for Mustafa. And he went for a 15 power point. That's something the king, the Isengard player, did not do. So he needs to now choose a 15 and then collect additionally to that another 25 before he can go for the final move and reach the final farm. That's something Mustafa doesn't need to do. He just needs 8 power points to go for either Earthquake or the Summon Citadel, which could be at this point of the game winning. The Hobbit summon. The Hobbits from the Shire. They will get trampled immediately, but they actually dealt great amount of damage. The whole map is looking red to me beside the bottom right area. And that's potentially one of the only regions, beside this of course, which is able to keep Isengard player the king alive. The Deathbringers are gonna go down. Very unfortunate. Only one of them is remaining. But leave one wolf alive and the sheep are never safe. If he gets level 6 somehow, that could be game changing too. every 2 minutes. You can also deal great area of effect damage and wipe out armies with this wizard. And of course, I don't even need to tell you what happens if he gets level 10. 19 power points collected. Now the commitment, but there is only one Uruk the Deathbringer who's gonna fight against Samwise Gamgee. Samwise against the wizard. He's brave. To the Shire! Use your frying pan. The Watcher in the Water is gonna be chosen as a power weapon from Isengard. He's gonna use it right here on the spot to deal with the Dwarven Zealots. Let's find out. In the jungle. Look, that's... I like them actually because they're fast, you know? That's super refreshing for dwarves to be fast for once in their lives. The Zealots are the technology they need. Look, you cannot catch up to them. It's legit impossible. Boom! But they don't even die. They didn't even die. That's the problem. Look, Saruman is able to knock you down, but his attack speed is slower than my first car. The watch is available, but the barrage is also available. The map is looking all right to me. 1,000 available command points for Mustafa. And he's truly representing the real strength of the dwarves. Devastation has been used. The Watcher is holding on it, waiting for the army to be greater before he wants to use it. 23 power point. Grima Wormtongue, ladies and gentlemen. Grima Wormtongue, the way he's moving, just like in the films. Saruman is not super healthy. He's around at 60% HP. And if 3 Zealots are able to use the extra on him, it might be potential enough to get his HP low enough to be finished through the black arrows from the Ben of Steel. 24 power points collected. The Watcher is still available. Dwarves, I don't know what he's doing actually. He's only at 628 command points. So he can definitely get a great army. But it looks like he doesn't produce many more units at this point of the time. They are recovering around the well. Ooh, I missed it. I missed it. Okay. That's massive. I don't know what happened there, but I think he got a great blast. So he got a level and a half with only one wizard blast. I missed it because I was paying attention to the Dwarven Zealots. Now, the things might get tricky because Thunderbolt is available.
Let's get to the building.
The counter push. Big army. Grima also got level 3, so you can debuff the enemy units to make them weaker, and this can give you the wombo combo potential. So you basically go in, use the debuff on the enemy units, and then turn invisible with your escape ability. And because they will lose their leadership bonuses through this, plus they will additionally lose also 20% of their armor and damage, it would give you the chance to commit with your wizard, either with the blast or with the fireball or with the thunderbolt. So you basically guarantee the one shot on the enemy army. The summoned citadel has been used, and the launch, the mighty catapult, kaboom! Not that great amount of damage, but it's gonna be empowered through the dwarven stonework, so it's gonna make it a bit tankier. The White Man of Thunder will be insta special summon, but you wanna prevent it through using the cloud break, which will not stun the units which are close to Saruman. He's using the barrage ability. Remember, he's also able to use the rebuild to heal up the fortress, which has now been empowered through the dwarven stonework. Gonna make it a bit tankier. And Thunderbolt has been used from Saruman, but the army has been already wiped out big time. He's level almost 8. Still needs 2 full levels and a quarter to unlock his level 10, the Dominate ability. Let's see if he can do this, but unfortunately, he positioned the Dwarven Citadel very close to the fortress, which had plenty of expansions with the Ballista. So it's a 25 power point pretty much wasted. Leave me alone. Get off my face, hobbits. Okay, he has 17 power points collected too. No, I don't know. Level 5, you can use the Berserker Gang. Don't lose them. You cannot revive them. You can rebuild them, but they will only be level 1 if you do that. So you don't want to lose the level 5, no matter what. And they are the only units beside the heroes that are able to get to level 10. From the Dwarven faction, that is. The Hobbits. You don't need to bring the Hobbits to Isengard. They are walking by themselves to Isengard. Oh my god. Oh my god. He went, by the way, for the Field of Fire, so they have changed this. Before it was a passive ability, now it's a active one. You can use it for 3 minutes. It's gonna empower your resource generation through the lumber mills by 100%, which is good. But it looks like it does not have too many of the... I mean, here's one over here only. I see only one. That's gonna be the second one. He's building them offensively, knowing that this side is under permanent pressure. So it's very hard for him to build up stuff. As the wizard is trying to make stuff happen, the Berserker Gang has been used. As you can see, they are on fury. But Saruman does not care about your fury. He's a wizard and he will punish you. The Thunderbolt was a big punishment indeed. And he's now only 1 level and a tiny bit above a quarter away from the ultimate power, the Dominate. So, the key summons like the Citadel, for example, they have a major cooldown. We are talking about a recharge time of 12 minutes, which in an RTS game is a very long time. And for that reason, before you use them, you want to ask yourself, is it worth it? Or is it in a good spot where I want to use it? Because it's not like something you can spam over and over again. Lumber mills are doing a good job, giving lots of resources, but unlike the furnaces, they don't increase your command points at all. And that's going to be the siege works from the Isengard player. He also has now the Wizard Tower. It will give him the chance to use the Lightning Strike every 4 minutes. So basically meaning that before you can summon your Citadel for the second time, you can recast this ability 3 times. 3 times, you know? This is crazy amount. And you can time it. So you can use Lightning Strike, 2 minutes later. You can use ability from Saruman. And then you can use 2 minutes later this one more time. And then every 2 minutes, basically, you can have a lightning facing down or striking down the enemy units. Like this, for example. This one is coming from the Wizard Tower. And it's incredibly powerful. Potentially one of the strongest Citadel abilities in the entire game. It's gonna be finally some catapults coming now from the dwarves. Grima Wormtongue is facing them and taking them down. All game, no heroes from dwarves. Not a single one of them. But at this point, even if you get one, you can steal them. Bro, this is crazy damage, I think. And also the pillage is so helpful. Level 10. The pillage. Loots and nearby allies loot enemies for resources. It's a super efficient lead game ability which in combination with devastation, fuel the fires and industry can keep you in the game, as you can see, with only 550 available command points. And your opponent is sitting on 1,000 for a very long time. This is the Dwarven Citadel. And all Isengard got. Oh my god, he's in big trouble. No, 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 no. Nah, he's fine. He's fine. The backup. Take this. Boom, 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 boom. You're not touching my wizard like this. I only obey the Lord Saruman. You fools. No man can kill me. I mean, there was Witch King, but it might be also true for Saruman. The Cloudbreak stun on the summoned army of the Wildmen. The Hobbits. I mean, he's trying to finish, but it's not easy against these mighty and powerful heroes from Isengard. Level 8. They even put a picture from Theoden. Look, Theoden is the main star over here. Here and here. And I told you before, now he can use it one more time very soon. It's crazy. It's actually very tanky to even fire arrows, so you will need a long time before you can destroy the ballista. The Uruk Deathbringers. Get over here. They are looking so cool too. Get on my way. The Hobbits. Get over here, Saruman. Who you messing with? They are from the Shire. Frodo, Mr. Frodo. They are the Uruk Deathbringers. Where is Boromir to save us? You fool. They killed Mr. Frodo. You stupid Uruks. I will punish you for this. Take this. Take this. Stop ignoring me. They call me Samwise Gamgee for a reason. Take this. With your sword, lords. Oh my. Okay. Alright, alright, alright. So basically he stole them. That means he got level 10. So he has level 10 now. Every 6 minutes he can get a new army. And that's gonna be your army. And in another lightning strike coming from the fortress. So it's gonna rain lightning on you. Over and over and over again. There was the Fuel the Fires one more time. Uruk Deathbringers, we have plenty of them. They also deal great amount of damage to the buildings. Now the Dragon Summon is available, ladies and gentlemen. It might actually give him the chance to commit even onto the fortress, which would be impossible to think about 5 minutes before. 14 power points almost collected. The Watcher in the water. The demon of the ancient war. No, that's not him. That's not him.
What do we need built?
The Watcher. The Watcher is no more. There comes the Slifer, the Sky. No, it's not him. Alright, that's gonna be devastating though. Everything is shooting at him though. He's dealing, like, the arrows are dealing good amount of damage to him. Did he garrison them? Yeah, he did garrison one of these with the extra verse. And they have all upgrades on them too, the Forge Blades. And as you can see, the quarter of the HP is already gone, but he already destroyed like the major buildings from his opponent, and now he can just reposition wherever he wants to, and he will reposition right here on the spot. And the dragon is just not done yet, but he's about to be done. You will not be able to kill him, I think. It's gonna be more like his timer is going to disappear in about 15 seconds. But before this happens, you will be able to destroy the Forge Works level 2. So you basically can't siege him anymore, as you cannot recruit any more catapults. It's going to give him much more time to rotate between the powers I just mentioned. Lightning Strike, Thunderbolt, over and over again. And the Summon Citadel is gonna be available once more in about a minute. And I think I hope that he learned from his mistakes and will use it now in a decent and proper way. Otherwise, it's gonna cost you again 12 more minutes. But dwarves did really not keep out with the command points most of the time. So of course, he had the upper hand in terms of resource generation, in terms of command point limit, but the advantage is going to be meaningless if you don't make a proper use of the advantage you are getting. And this is, by the way, the army from Isengard. He was able to steal them, remember? And the steal, unlike in the Battle for Middle-earth 1, here is permanent. You steal them, they belong to you forever. Keep them, take them home. Boom, son. Level 10 heroes all over the place. Saruman, level 10. Grima, level 10. Lords, level 10, long time ago. The Uruk, they're bringing us dealing good amount of damage. Really good amount of damage, and they are tanky too. Look, the level 3 building don't even hurt them. Not even the Men of Steel are dealing too much damage to them. Lords. All you need. Lords, Grima. Grima Steel hero, this guy Steel army, and this guy cripple the hero who could not be stolen. Like, this is the perfect Isengard triangle. Who now has the strength to fight against the force of Saruman and Wormtongue and the union of the two bad boys? Look, they are turning their shoulders to me always. I can't even see their face. Reveal yourself, Blizzard. Look. Now I see you, but they are now disappeared in the dust. Oh my god. Is it gonna be the greatest comeback of all time? Is it going to be indeed the greatest comeback in the history of this game? How are we even talking about this? The game was basically over. How did we get to this point? It feels like it's scripted. And remember, he has not more rebuild available. So he was using it before somewhere else, I think. That means you cannot heal up the Dwarven Citadel anymore, and the Ballista are able to destroy this very soon. When you don't deal with the Ballista very soon, it's gonna be gone. And he didn't even use the launch the mighty catapults, nor was he able to get the Dwarven stonework in time. The Ballista have been destroyed, but after the Citadel was been destroyed by them. That's another 25 power point for the second time. Wasted. And the first hero in the ultra elite game from Dwarves is going to be the King Brand. A level 1 hero. And I want you to know that the second Lords is able to see him, King Brand is gonna be done so. But maybe it's not even needed for him. The outbreak is gonna be used. The Black Orcs can't move. Sharku. There comes the cripple. Where is Lords? He crippled him. He killed... he camouflaged around the trees. He didn't even use... Look, he was like, you know what, King Brand? I'm not even using my sword against weak enemies. My bow will do the job. You think it's gonna be close because I'm low HP like this? It was all part of the plan. You killed King Brand. You will pay for this. Actually, Lords died. But Saruman is here to revenge. He cancelled the fireball. Level 5 Uruk Deathbringers. They have also ability, by the way. Just like the Dwarven Zealots. Their ability is called Death Wish. Deathbringers temporarily gain 300% damage and 30% attack rate, attack speed, but lose armor. Oh my god. There was the Dominate. I think he was expecting them to come from the... He wanted to time it well, but it didn't work out. And that's the first time since I don't know how long that we see the command points of dwarves dropping down to below 1000 basically. It was 1000 for the past 10, 15, maybe 20 minutes. Ooh, bro, the splash damage. Did you see this? He killed all the units as the, you know, the tower got destroyed. So the units dropped on the ground and they are clumped when they are dropping. And one shot from the zealots was able to kill the whole battalion. No, Saruman has been killed to the random towers too. Everything is shooting at them. What is happening? Grima is watching. I'm out. No, I'm not out. There is no life for me without my master Saruman. Theoden, take me back. Theoden, take me back. I promise I won't betray you again. Once I was a good man of Rohan. Oh, finally, now we have a big boss over here, but I think it might be too late. I don't think so, I know it. It's gonna be too late for King Dean. He's gonna have leadership right off the bat, true, but he's a level 1 hero, even though he's tanky. But the second, again, the same concept like with the King Brand, the second Lords is out, he will get crippled and he can't move. One king, where's the world? Bunch of mistakes have been made. The offensive siege warriors building up. He's gonna go for the undermine to use it below the ballista. Where did he use it actually? Ooh. Okay, he leaves the game. Mustafa has been defeated and Isengard actually victorious. What? The ending, I mean, the ending was kind of... I think Isengard deserved to win this. But was it Isengard playing extremely well? Or was it just dwarves playing extremely sloppy? That's the question for you guys. Let me know your opinion in the comment section down below. And if you don't want to miss out future uploads on the channel, subscribe to the channel, leave a like. See you next time. Peace out.